Hi everyone, this is Monica. Welcome to my channel, Mon's Paper Crafts, where each week I'll bring you some easy paper craft project to do. This week I've chosen a little lip balm book here for the girls. These go really well at my markets, especially at Christmas time. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It won't take very long and we'll get started. Just hold on. Okay, here we go. So I'll give you a list of ingredients that we need. Just straighten you up there, put my glasses on. So what I've done is I have packaged these up. These are really great little stocking stuffers, or another thing that they're really good for little girls' parties. Instead of the favour bags being lollies, which a lot of parents try to find alternatives these days, this is a really lovely little gift idea for the little girls. And we've just done a little bit of stamping, so you can always put a little message, a little thank you for their gift, and they get a little lip balm, which I think is a really lovely gift idea. So all I've done is bought the bags, the little cello bags at the variety shops that I'm always talking about. They're self-adhesive ones, so all I do is I just cut the top bit off, and then I just use some twine. You can use twine or ribbon or whatever you have on hand. So the paper that I've used today is this paper again, which you've seen before, the Stampin'Up here on How Sweet It Is, designer series paper. This one is really great. What I've done for this book is I've actually cut out the cupcake and the lollipops, and you can cut out all the little sweets as well. So put them up on dimensionals and it's lovely to decorate, nice and easy. So I will put all the dimensions down, but I will go through them quickly. The cardstock is 6 inches by 3.5, and you score that at 2.5 and 3.5. You will need 3 pieces of DSP, designer series paper, and they measure at 2 1/4 and 3 7/8. So I've chosen the purple with the lime. For the spine there, it's 3 3/8 by 3 3/8 by 3/4. And then we have the little insert here, which is 2 by 3 inches. And then the little Balm Band, which is what I'm calling it, I decided that I'd like to cover that as well. So the cardstock one there is 3.5 by 1. Then you just score it 1 inch on each side. The easiest way to do it is just score it on 1 inch, flip it over and score it 1 inch on that side. And the little DSP is 3/4 by 3 7/8. So that's that. Now the ink that I used for this here is Mango Melody, Granny Apple Green, and Melon Mambo. And the stamp set that I use, which goes with the paper, is the sweetest thing. So I have already the stamps out, which is a really lovely stamp set, which also comes with dies. So if you want to make your own sweets and jars, you've got that as well. So I'll put that aside. So what we'll do first is we can do our little stamping. So with this, I'm just going to flip them over. Also, I did round the corners, which I'm going to do now with my corner chomper. If you don't want to round the corners, you can keep them square. Or if you've got any other corner rounder, you're welcome to do that as well. I just like the look of it. So I'm actually going to, so you're just going to make sure that you do round the corners on opposite ends, otherwise it's not going to go. Actually, you need 4 of these, not 3. My mistake, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to round these. I'll just cut another piece up. So here we go. So I now know I've got that side. Obviously, if it's got a pattern to the paper, you need to be careful, but because it doesn't, I don't have to worry about it. And I'm just going to get another little piece. I've got my trimmer handy. So I'm just going to cut that up. So I'm going to do 2 1/4 by 3 7/8. And it's this one here. Okay, put that aside. And I will just round the corners of this one. I use the 1/2 inch. I like the big corners there. So we've got that. And we'll put that on top of there. And I use the ribbon. I actually put the ribbon in underneath to tie it. You don't have to do that. There's people that have punched holes on the sides here and just put the twine through and use that. I like the ribbon. I think it's pretty and it doesn't come off, but that's totally up to you. I think I used about 20 inches. Okay, because that gave me a lot of room to tie the bows with, because sometimes I've trouble with them. My nails need doing and I have to shorten them. So they're not really good for craft at the moment. Just grab my scissors. Cut that off. The easiest way I find doing that is just getting your tape runner and just going along the middle and going across, and that will hold your ribbon nicely. So what we can do now is put our first sheet of paper on. Okay, don't know if no, it's not running out. Oh, I forgot to do the corners on the outside. That doesn't help. Look a bit strange. Yeah, so as I was saying, with those, with these lip balm things, I make them at Christmas time, and people love them as they are great, inexpensive stocking fillers. So they practically walk out when I make them at Christmas. And I do have people ordering them for their parties. But like I said, it's an easy project to make for yourself. And I'm just going to find the spine. Here we are. That looks like it's a tad too long. Oh, does this happen to you? You have something and then you've lost it. No, I haven't lost it. Here it is. I can have the cleanest table and I can still lose things. And we'll just pop that in the middle. I think that just finishes it off, doing it like that. And we flip it. Put the insides. You can see, if you're going to make these, you just mass produce them. Cut everything out first, and then you glue them all up. Do all your stamping at the same time, and it really will go fast. Hopefully I'll cover. Oh, before we do that, I've gone ahead of myself. We need to put the Balm Band on. Now I need to curve this section here, because actually I'm going to go this way, because we kind of want that rounded so that it will sit in there. And we want these, where I've scored it here, you want it to match the score lines on your little book here. So it'll be, I don't know if you can see it, I'll just hold that up. If you can see the bit hard, maybe like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the pretty paper on there. I'm going to actually use liquid glue, because I'm going to have to maneuver it around a bit, and if I use the runner, there's not really much give, whereas with this one there'll be a little bit of give. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Smooch that down, and then I can just bend that into place like that. Now I'm actually going to put a bit of double-sided tape on the ends here. That's just to make it a little bit stronger so it doesn't come off, because no doubtly the lip gloss will be pulled in and out and played with, so you don't want it coming apart. Not until they get home anyway. And And then I'll just add a little bit of liquid glue to that, so I'll make it really strong. There we go. And I'll just pop that around about the middle mark. So just line it up there and line it up there. Just give it a second to dry. Now we can put our other piece on there. I'm okay with lining things up when they're this small. Okay, then we've got the second last sheet to put on. I love making little gifts like this. They come together quickly and they look really pretty. So we've got all the outside done. Oh, we've got all our sheets done. We haven't decorated as yet. So you can see how that's come along, and you can see how it's not straight, but you know what? I'm going to leave it for now. That's why I use liquid glue, people, because I'm not very good at putting things on straight just with the tape runner. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to bring my mat in. Mats are always good to have with these clear stamps so that you've got a little bit of a cushioning going on. Now the melon rainbow I have is really, I must have inked it up because it's a really juicy ink pad, so I'm going to actually stamp it off, because if I don't do that, it's just going to look like a mess. Can you see that? It's too dark, not very clear, so I don't mind it a little bit pastel. Put that there. So that's pretty. Matches, almost looks like candy pink. And then what I have done on the inside, I've used the Mango Melody. And I have taken one of the little sweets and you just lightly tap that. Again, this one's pretty juicy too. And just need to lightly put that down. And the last one is the lollipop stick. So what I've done is I've done yellow on the top. So all I do is, you can see where the stick starts. So I just put the lollipop part on the edge of the ink pad, and you can see it inking up. And then I'll take my Granny Apple Green, up the right way, and then with the stick I just line that up on the corner of the pad also, and I'm just going to pop that in the corner there. There you go. Pretty, and it's very quick and cute. I'm just going to close my ink pads up, because what happens is that I will drop something on them and then I'll just have a really big mess. So I've got them out the way, so we can move that. Now we can glue this in. And line that up. And before we put the lip balm in there, I'm going to, I've already cut out the little cupcake and the lollipop, which is really cute. I'm actually going to put, what am I going to put? I'm going to put that on dimensionals. And I can use regular size ones because that's not too tiny. So I'll probably put 3. Whoop. Sticking to me instead. Just peel these off. Dimensionals are a great little thing. I'm going to put that down down in the corner here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the lollipop down. I'm going to use some liquid glue. And I'm going to pop it behind the cupcake to make it look like it's coming out of the cupcake. What a great treat that is. So hopefully I can find a spot. Let me see, where have I got that? There we go. Ideally, I probably should have cut that stem off, but that's okay. And look at that, it's really cute. So we're going to put this one here, that's a Blistex one. So you do want it to be a fairly firm fit because you don't want it falling out. And turn it around. Oh, it's a long way to go. There we go. And there we go. How cute's that? And then we'll just tie it up. These ribbons are Stampin' Up ones, but they were with the special, the celebration catalogue, so you can't get them anymore. But I bought bulk because they just tie beautifully and they're great for little projects. So you just want some, if you're using ribbon, you just want some thin ribbon that's easy to tie. And we'll give that a bit of a trim. Oop. There we go, back again. Trim that off. And I'm trying to not, I'll try not to rustle too much with the paper bag. And I've misplaced the new one. That's okay, I'll just use the one that I've already done just to show you. If you want to make it really special, you can use the same colour ribbon. So we'll see how challenging this is going to be. Always on camera, it's when you seem to have all thumbs, and when you're off the camera, it goes straight away, they tie straight away. So if it gives me too much grief, I will leave it. Anyway, here goes. It's not perfect, but when you have time to fiddle around with it, then you can do a better job. Okay. That didn't work out too bad, so that's good. A bit too long. It doesn't want to stay down. It wants to stick up. Anyway, we won't worry about that too much. So these are the two cute little lip balm holders. So you can decorate them and have a bit of fun with them. This one here, I used a retired now flower punch, and then I just put a few little diamantes in that one. So that turned out really cute. So you could do butterflies, or, you know, have them all the same with the cupcakes and lollies and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will be back next Thursday with another fun project. And until then, have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.